Hello everyone, welcome to another Gramática de hoy lesson. Today we're going to learn about the conditional tense, so let's begin. So the conditional tense in English is the equivalent of the words would, should, and could, all of them followed by a verb. So now let's take a look at how to form the conditional tense in Spanish. All we have to do is take the infinitive form of the verbs in aere, er, and ir, and we're going to add the same ending to all of them. So in the form of yo, you add ia, tú ias, él ia, nosotros íamos, and ellos ian. This is the formation for regular verbs. So for example, yo sería, tú darías, ellas vivirían. So now let's see what happens with irregular verbs. So all those verbs that are irregular in the future are also irregular in the conditional. Poner, poder, querer, caber, valer, tener, saber, decir, venir, salir, haber, and hacer. So, for example, pondría, cabrías, haría, or harían. So notice that I have placed a red star next to the verb querer. Querer is a particular verb in Spanish because it requires two R's in order to form the future. And that double R sound is difficult to pronounce even for Spanish speakers. So instead, we substitute with the past subjunctive and we use quisiera instead of the querría form in the conditional. So there are four ways in which we use the conditional tense in Spanish. The first use is to express what would you like to do in the future. So, for example, if I want to say, I would like to become a chef, then we either use the verb gustar or we use the verb querer. So with gustar, it will be me gustaría ser chef or quisiera ser chef. The second use is when we want to make polite requests. So in English, the equivalent is could plus the verb. For example, could you give me a glass of water? So the equivalent in Spanish will be ¿me podría dar un vaso con agua? And notice that I use the IOP me because I am the person receiving the glass of water. The third use is to offer or give advice. So if in English I want to say, if I were you, I would, plus the verb, the equivalent in Spanish is yo que tú, and then I would use the verb in the conditional. Or when I want to express in English should. For example, you should travel abroad. In Spanish will be deberías viajar al extranjero. And the last use of the conditional is with an if clause or a si clause, but when this clause refers to an unreal condition. So for example, if I were a rich man, I would read all day long. In this case, my unreal condition is to be a rich man. So the equivalent in Spanish is, si fuera rico, leería todo el día. And notice that the verb that goes after the if, which is the one that refers to the unreal condition, is in the past subjunctive. And the verb that expresses what I would do is in the conditional. So be careful not to get confused with the C clause that we have been working on all this year, where this C clause depends on a real condition. So for example, if it rains, the tennis match will be canceled. So we know that there is a probability that it's going to rain. So as a result, that is our real condition. The equivalent in Spanish will be, si llueve, no habrá partido de tenis. So notice that the verb after the si is in the present, and the verb in the second sentence is in the future tense. And that's it for today.